From an outside looking in perspective, Sacramento State's push to become an FBS program and build the program up seems to be on life support at the time of recording. Everything looked so promising a year ago when they hired a brand new head coach, brought in an impressive transfer portal class full of FBS talent, and shared their plans for a renovation and innovation to their stadium. Today, things seem and feel like they're on the brink of collapse. They now no longer have a head coach, they have no conference for football, and they may not even have a stadium, and their aspirations to move up to the FBS look like they're on life support. Will this lead to the collapse of Sacramento State football? But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you think is the most heartbreaking death of a football program in the comment section below. Almost a year ago, on my video about the rise of Sacramento State football, I said this. A while back, the new Sacramento Kings owner a decade ago threatened to move the NBA franchise out of the city. The local community and business leaders mounted a successful campaign to save them. Those same people are now coming together to form the SAC-12, which includes California State Senator Angelique Ashby, California State Assembly member Stephanie Nagayan, Sacramento City Council member Eric Guerra, and former San Francisco 49ers and Sac State alum Otis Amy. Joshua Woods, a Sacramento State alum and CEO of Sacramento Regional Business Association, is Luke Woods' twin brother. As of the end of October, they had raised over $50 million and raised their new goal to $75 million. Whoever was going to take the head coaching job at Sacramento State was going to have a goal and opportunity with the possibility to move up to the FBS level and have major resources backing them. Names who were linked to the job included Reggie Bush, Jamar Cain, Robert Griffin III, Lee Marks, Angus McClure, Tim Skipper, and Mike Vick. Instead, the job would go to 37-year-old UNLV offense coordinator Brendan Marion. He has earned a national praise for his innovative go-go offense in the past 2 years with the Running Rebels, including this season where UNLV finished nationally ranked for the first time. Marion has been courted by other programs across the country at the FCS and across the higher levels of FBS for years. There seemed to be a lot of hype around the program. Then, through the transfer portal, they added 40 players, 29 of which had significant playing time at the FBS level, and it included guys like former 4-star recruits Christopher Ross, Ernest Campbell, Dylan Gooden, Jaden Rashada, Sam Adams, Ajia Hall, and Jordan Anderson. This roster looks stacked as they finished with the nation's 73rd best recruiting class, ahead of about half the FBS. The future also looked bright. They currently have the 77th best recruiting class for the 2026 cycle, and the number 1 class at the FCS level. That might not sound impressive to most, but doing that as an FCS school is extremely impressive. They are ranked ahead of the likes of North Dakota State and South Dakota State. They sold the dream that they were going to be an FBS program in the future. In June, they decided to withdraw from the Big Sky Conference for the 2026 season, moved all their sports but football to the Big West Conference. When they did this, they also filed a waiver to reclassify to the FBS for next year without having a conference invite. CBS Sports' Cameron Salerno wrote, the waiver is tied to the NCAA's bona fide invitation requirement, which sets an FBS conference invitation as a prerequisite for reclassification. The Hornets currently do not hold a conference invite and would compete as an independent should they move up. The FBS Oversight Committee recommended denying the waiver request last week. The Division I Council is set to make a final decision in the coming days. The Hornets had bet on themselves and struck out with both the Mountain West Conference and the new Pac-12 Conference when they were both looking to rebuild. Many thought due to their location, they would get the spot that would eventually go to Northern Illinois, because when you think Mountain West Conference, you think Northern Illinois. The Hornets had bet on themselves, and so far it hadn't paid off. The added investment was made due to the expectation they would be an FBS member by 2026. A source told CBS Sports the program's football budget is just north of $1 million for the 2026 season, but questions remain as to whether booster support can endure a multi-year transition process. The council explained their decision saying, although a waiver of bona fide invitation requirement was granted in 2017 with Liberty, that decision was made in a different era under a different set of facts and rules. The Division I membership adopts the current legislation to affirm the importance of the nature and purpose of the subdivision reclassification process, choosing to place that decision-making authority with the council. The waiver would be denied by the council and Sacramento State was left in a bad spot. For the 2026 season, they were going to be an FCS independent and were probably going to need to add a few Division II bye games and probably needed to add a few Division II bye games, which was only going to cost the school more money. At the time of recording, they have 3 scheduled games with Fresno State on September 12th, Youngstown State the following week, and Southern Utah on November 21st. They do have a game at Lamar as well, but the date has not been announced yet. That means Sacramento State needs to add 8 more opponents on short notice. Things would not help on the field either. An 0-2 start with the losses to South Dakota State and Nevada, leading to a 2-3 overall start with a 3rd loss to Cal Poly, only killed momentum even more. They would end the season winning 5 of their last 7 games, beating Weber State, Northern Colorado, Eastern Washington, Portland State, and Idaho, lost to Montana and UC Davis. That Idaho win would be controversial and led to Big Sky officials being suspended, and at the end of October, Marion was fined for remarks about the Big Sky officials, which happened before the Idaho game. It was a brutal season marred with what-ifs and injuries as the Hornets missed the FCS playoffs. Now things look to be getting even worse as Brendan Marion decided to bolt to Colorado to be their offense coordinator under head coach Prime. While I see it being hard to say no to Deion Sanders when he comes calling, I think this shows a deeper issue around Sacramento State football. I believe Marion turned down bigger job opportunities, including Group of 5 head coaching jobs last year, because he believed in the vision of Sacramento State. I don't think he leaves after one season if Sacramento State still believes they could move up to the FBS level and the football program was in a good place. I think this is the dagger to the heart for the football program. It's not the first blow, but it could be the kill shot for the program as a whole. Things looked exciting and hopeful this time last year for Sacramento State. That has all been crushed in 2025. With the reliance of being an FBS program at 2026, I do not want to see what the athletic department spending looks like heading into the next year. With Marion departing, I could see a max exodus of players as well, especially the big-time transfer portal guys. The president is out of control and is making enemies everywhere. I mean, he mocked Montana a few weeks ago before losing 49-35. It is unknown whether the stadium is actually happening, as Tom Phillips from the Sacramento Bee wrote in his opinion piece, Sac State football in limbo. When the president's antics go unchecked back in October, in September 2024, he announced that Sacramento State would be building a gleaming new 25,000-seat stadium on the site of the existing one, a temporary assemblage of bleachers that has lasted some 4 decades because no president has had the money for anything else. His plan called by winner for a marketing study, conceptual stadium design, and a cost estimate. These are all public records if they existed. I have been requesting them all year. Nothing about this stadium plan has ever seemed real. Wood has since moved on to a new idea to play football at Cal Expo in front of a gentle sloping grandstand designed for horse racing. Now the athletic department is on fire, and things are only getting worse as they watch rival UC Davis announce new athletic facility plans, and if they decide they want to move up, may have a better bid than Sacramento State. It is heartbreaking to see, and I am sad I am having to make this video because I was so excited to see what the school is going to be able to do. I am praying this is not the beginning of the end for Sacramento State football. Where do the Hornets go from here? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.